Thank you so much. I'm so sorry to hear about the bombing thing. I hope everything's okay and was not too shocking. We can sometimes we can't control these things, but I'm sorry. I hope you can hear me correctly. If not, please let me know. Yep, can you hear me?
Yes, Alejandra, we hear you. Thank you very much. Just now we will help you with your presentation.
Okay, how can
or you understand how to manage it by yourself?
I don't know if I have the sharing rights.
Okay.
If just you give me sharing rights, I will share my screen. Now I see. Yeah, I see now.
But we do not see. One moment, please.
Yeah, it's okay. I think it's working.
I have to remove this.
I think it's working. Let me try.
Fantastic.
It's the first time I'm using this, but I think I know how to do it. I'm not turning my camera on because I don't see any cameras on. So is that okay? Or do you want me to put my camera on?
Please turn on camera, of course. It would be very nice for us to see you, and we will share this recording. It's translated on Facebook and on IUA TV channel, and it will be on both sites, both IGF and US IGF UA.
Perfect. I'm trying now. So now you can see me. Okay, so I'm sharing my camera. Yeah, you can see my hi. And I'm supposed to be able to share my PowerPoint. Oh, code 1136, permission to capture your screen should be granted. I think I can't share my screen. To capture the screen needs to be granted. You need to give me.
Yes, just a moment, please.
Thank you, because I see the icon, I can click, but when I do share, I get that.
Please try now. No.
Okay, I'm sending you the slide, and you can do. Is that okay? Let me do this. Okay, you should have received an email from me, Roxanne. That's the presentation. If you can just share your screen, I can go through the slides. So while we are waiting, I want to say thank you for inviting me today. I'm really glad to be here. I hope I have just half an hour, and I will use just that because I have a hard stop at in 30 minutes, but it's more than doable. So I'm going to present our work, that what we do at the Internet Society, specifically in a department that we call Empowerment Team, where we do programs to empower people. And there are different programs that could be of your interest. So I'm gonna go through those slides, stop maybe 3 times to see if there are some questions from the audience. So please just put your questions in the chat or unmute yourself, whatever you prefer. The way to ask questions is really up to you. I will try to answer all your questions. I have to say that in this specific moment, I'm honored to be here, and I hope you all are safe in the situation that you are living. The whole world is living, but you specifically are living, and that you are all safe and your families are safe and healthy and with no issues. Our hearts are always with you here in the rest of the world, but I wanted to personally say that my heart specifically is always with you. So with this small intro, I'm gonna start talking about myself while Oksana shares the screen, or at least tries. So I'm Alejandra Prieto. I've been from the, I think, 5.5 years at the Internet Society. I'm now director of fellowships. I'm based in Geneva, Switzerland, but I'm from Spain. So I'm 100% Spanish myself. And I've been working from the beginning on capacity building in general. So at the beginning, it was more on the trainings. So training people and also sending them to the different events that we have around the world, specifically the Internet Governance Forum. So that was one of the first things that I had in my portfolio. And then year after year, we were evolving and seeing that there were more needs in the internet community to have more people empowered and trained and equipped with knowledge and skills that are really needed. So that's why we started building different programs, and now our portfolio is quite big, if I may say, and I'm really proud of what we do. And at the end, it's really our role at the Internet Societies to have an internet that is for everyone. And when we say for everyone, is that we also need everyone to be able to get this internet access to the world and use the internet in a safe and open way. So we built these programs analyzing the situation and what was the need in the different parts of the world. We identify a gap of talent. So there were a lot of people around the world, but some of them were aging. And we know that we all age, right? So at a moment we realized that if we don't have the new generation, the next generation prepared and ready to take the kind of like the, I would say, to take the lead and move forward once the older and more experienced people are gone, we will have a big issue. So that's why we center at the beginning on youth programs that I'm going to talk about them, because we really think that we need to empower youth, but also we identify a gap in existing leaders that are unfortunately sometimes missing or lacking some skills that we thought were really important for people to have. So we launched another program that is more for experienced people in the internet ecosystem, leading teams or leading organizations. And all these programs that we call fellowships are also complemented with some technical fellowships, some policy fellowships, and different courses that we have available for everyone. So I don't see my slides. I don't know what is happening. Oksana, can I check with you if everything is okay or what it's?
I'm still waiting for technical assistance. I hope it will be done very soon. I resent your presentation to our technical staff.
You receive it, right?
Yes, I see it, but I'm not sure that I can manage. But I am waiting for Yuri help.
Can you see now? I see something.
Юрій,
Can you see
Юрій,
something?
чи можете ви нам, будь ласка,
I see the slides now. I don't know how.
But I can't see them. What to do? Okay, please just use your presentation and we will share it maybe later.
Okay, can you see
for our participants?
Can you see the presentation now? I can see my presentation now. Can you?
Oh, thank you very much. Yes, now I see it. And
perfect. Now it works. I go. Great. Perfect. So again, I would not repeat my introduction. So I'm going to talk about what we call empowerment programs. So our goal at the Internet Society is that we want an internet that is for everyone. So that's why we work towards reaching this vision by building, promoting, and defending a bigger and stronger internet. So that's what we want. But we, as I said before, we need talent. We need people. And that's why we identify what we call internet champions, that are those that we really need to be part of this world. So the internet actually flourished because of the community of people. So behind the internet, even if it's a technical thing, there are people. So we really center everything we do in the empowerment team around people. So we want them to be empowered through skill development to become the champions that are taking action and help us achieve our mission. So we have several partners that I will mention later. And at the end, what we really want is for these internet champions to accelerate their career, to make their voices heard, to join a global network of internet champions and save the future of the internet. So what it is for us, an internet champion is a person who integrates the multidisciplinary perspective in creating solutions. I guess you understand what is a multi-stakeholder approach, that everyone should be involved and decisions should be made based on that consultation with everyone included. So we really believe in that, and internet governance decisions are normally supposed to be, but they are normally based on the multi-stakeholder approach. So that's what we really want. So these internet champions, they need to integrate that when they find the different solutions. They also have to innovate with a perspective that are openness, security, trustworthiness. That's what we really want. We want an internet that is open, globally connected, secure, and trustworthy. So innovations around this infrastructure and the technology should always keep these principles associated to. And at the end, what we really want is people to advocate for that internet way. So it's not that we really need an internet that it's just there. No, we need an internet that is open, that is global, that is secure, and we can trust it. It doesn't mean that we want the internet for the bad, but it's for the good. So that's what we need people for, to advocate for this internet way that we really believe it's the most important thing. So to do that and to kind of like empower internet champions, we have, as I said before, kind of like two big pillars. One is training and e-learning. Those are online courses that you can find on our website, and also face-to-face training that are with COVID-19 pandemic, they were put on hold, but now we are restoring a little bit more on the face-to-face, so we will have maybe more face-to-face trainings. And the fellowships that are the programs that I'm going to present today that are more, I would say they are longer in term of duration. So from 3-4 months to a year. And they are more targeted. So it's a competitive selection, the one that we want. Training and learning is first arrive, first serve. However, the fellowships, you need to apply. There is an application process, a review process, and a selection process. So at the end, it's really a selection of the better candidates. Those are the two big differences, the duration and the application and selection. And when these people are completing the programs, they join what we call an alumni network, because we really believe that the engagement should stay. We don't want people to just complete a program and then bye-bye. We don't hear anything about them. That's not what we want. We want impact and continuous engagement. So to that purpose, we built this year, in September, we launched the Alumni Network, where we're gonna keep having these people training. It's like a lifelong training, but at the same time connecting with each other, networking, building their careers, and being the leaders that we really need, because that's what we want, a continuous impact to defend the internet. So I'm really happy that all these things are making sense now, because we were kind of like working for many years, at least 6 years, on having these, and now they are all like a same cake, not different pieces around. They're all under the same umbrella, and we are working more coordinated, and we can have kind of like learning, peer-to-peer learning and mentoring and all those things. Let me now talk about the fellowships. So we have different kind of fellowships, but the main purpose, like the goal of all the fellowship programs, is to equip the internet champions with skills and knowledge, empowering them to defend an open, globally connected, secure, and trustworthy internet for everyone. That's the global, I would say, the goal that we have with all our fellowships. And I'm going to talk about 2 blocks. So first are the 3 programs I'm managing myself, and the other 3 programs is programs that are depending on the different projects and specific characteristics that we have. So at the Internet Society, every year we have an action plan with different projects. And there are projects now that they have fellowships, but that means that once maybe these projects disappear, the fellowships themselves too. So that's why I'm separating the ones that are always there, transversal and there, that are these 3 fellowship programs. We will maybe have more, we never know. We have 1 in the past and now we have 3, so we could maybe add new ones. And I will just mention at the end the specific ones that are dependent on maybe travel or the projects. So these are the 3 ones that are our flagship programs. First, the mid-career fellowship and the early career fellowship. So as I said before, we were analyzing the situation, the community, and everyone around Internet Society and the ecosystem itself, and we identified gaps in talent. So we launched these 2 fellowships to bridge those gaps, and in one hand, equip global mid-career Internet champions, so those with more than 10 years of experience, so they can be inclusive, innovative, holistic, and strategic leaders, the leaders that we need. This program, it's for 15 fellows, and it's doing 7 months. We have it every year. I will just tell you later when. And the early career is for those in their early phase, so less than 10 years of experience. It's more around action, practical knowledge, so they can actually contribute to the development of the Internet. There is a lot around project management and how to advocate. So the real action, because when you start your career, you're more on the action level, like practical things. And then you move up on the hierarchy till maybe more decision making instead of doing. So that's why for the early careers, it's more on the development and action. 15 fellows, 5 months. And then we had the IGF Youth Ambassador Program. That is a program that is being with us in its different versions for, I would say, 14 years. So we have the IGF Ambassador Program, the Youth at IGF, and then the Youth at IGF the IGF Youth Ambassador Program. So 3 versions of a similar program that we were evolving and merging. And this year, we decided that from 2023, we want to change again and evolve this program again, because we always see that there are more needs around. So we decided that since now travel seems to be back on the table, we pray that it would stay on the table with no more pandemic or wars or whatever. So if travel stays, as now it seems to be possible, we are going to have this program more open, not only sending people to the global IGF, but also to regional IGFs, for instance, or other events like RightsCon or other internet governance related events. That means that we will have less number of people, because when you send it to different places, it's more expensive and our budget is limited, but we will have more events. So maybe 4 people here, 2 people there, 5 there, 3 there, in total around 15. That's what we estimated. Of course, if we've received some funding from organizations or people who want to give us money, we could maybe send more people, but with the budget that we have right now, we can serve 15 ambassadors. So this is a new version of the program, and I think it's a great evolution, because sometimes the decisions and the important things are happening in the NRIs, in the regional or local IGFs, and you're missing young people because we are focusing only on the global IGF. So we thought it was maybe not fair. Maybe they should also be in your country's IGF or the European IGF or the African IGF, those places where things happen and they are more community related. So that's why we are going to do this. So it's a new project, and I hope it works, and with travel back, everything will be kind of like happy. And we say 12 months because we are going to send people to events that are happening in 12 months, mid-year. So the selection will be once a year, but then they will stay kind of like as a pool of champions, and we will send them to different events. The decision about the events could happen next year, not yet, but those ideas I already shared are the ones we consider. So now quickly, this is how the programs work. So there are an application, then a selection process done by volunteers from the chapters, SIG or special interest groups leadership and interest staff. Then they have onboarding, and then we have what we call modules. So each program has modules. The Mid-Career Fellowship has 5 modules, more on leadership, I would say, but it's internet properties and enablers, digital transformation, digital future and strategic foresight, system thinking, design thinking, leadership, decision making. So those are the skills that we identify as needed to be an internet leader. Remember that these guys have more than 10 years of experience, so they just need to upskill, right? So these skills were identified thanks to an market research and analysis, and so as those needed to upskill once you are already a leader in a corporation or a government or academia work. Yeah, more information, of course, is on our website. I go through the 3 programs. The first one was 7 months. This one, Early Career Fellowship, it's 5 months. And we focus more, we keep like the internet ecosystem, training issues, because those are the core things for the internet society. But here is more about project management, communications, advocacy, diplomacy. As I said before, the action. These are the ones taking action on the ground. The younger, less experienced people have really this action doing thing that it's really needed. Both programs end with a symposium that you're all invited. If you want to attend the Mid-Career Symposium, please just register. There is I will share a link so you can join us on December, meet the Mid-Career Fellows. And this is the youth program I was mentioning before that I will not repeat. The models here are more about kind of like empowering yourself, like how do you build your public persona, writing skills, because we are sending people to events, so we want them to report back, to publish an article, so they need to have those skills to be like the public persona. So my brand, what is my brand when I meet people and I talk about myself, and how can I write back everything I'm published? Of course, they need to understand internet governance, so we will have internet governance webinars. And digital policy and advocacy, that is really important, because when they are in these events, those are the key topics. So based on what we needed in the events, this is what we think it would be for their interest. And then, of course, they will participate in events, as I said, and we will have also a symposium at the end for everyone to share the experience in the events they attended. Applications for this one will open mid next year, maybe, I don't know, April, May, depends on the working. Applications to the Mid-Career Fellowship open March, February, stay tuned, March open. And the applications for the Early Career Fellowship open in October. They are already closed. So for next year, they are done. Maybe some of you are already out there and I will see you around. I don't know. But that's for you to know. These are our partners that we really need to thank. So Dr. Laura Denardis from the American University, the Lee Kuan Yew School of Public Policy from Singapore University, Oxford Internet Institute, the University of Queensland in Australia, Diplo Foundation, the Geneva Center for Security Policy, Pyramid Learning, they are really experts in project management, Sciences Po in France. And then we have Dr. Mike Berger from University of Michigan and 89UP. So the programs are really a success thanks to these partners. And as you can see, we have great names known around the world, and we cross the globe with all the partners that we have. And these are the 3 programs I was mentioning before that are linked to the project. So we have the Manners Ambassador Program that is really to have people that are experts in routing security, because that's what we really need, routing security experts. It's 10 what we call ambassadors, and 8 months linked to the Manners project. So it stays for a year, so it will maybe stay, but maybe it's a project that I will not in the future. So it depends on the project that we have. And the Pulse Fellowship is another one that is linked to the Measuring the Internet project that we have. And it's a new one that we are launching next year, linked to this project. And it's for analysis. So it's really data-driven analysis. So it's more academic work. So it's another kind of fellowship. And in the middle, I have the IGF policy program that it's been with us for years, but it was put on hold due to travel, because this program only makes sense if we can have policymakers physically at the IGF sessions, the events, because if they cannot be there, the program's value decreases a lot. So if travel stays as it is next year, and we can restart travel again, that program will be back. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I have just 7 minutes. The slides that are remaining, I will cover them, but I want to see if there are some questions, because I want to answer questions before I go at half of an hour, like in 10 minutes. Questions? Oksana, maybe you can help me. I don't understand.
Yes, of course. Thank you very much for your presentation. I know a lot of our participants who wanted to ask you a lot of questions. I have one from my side. We have presentation from ICANN and from RIPE-NCC, and a lot of Ukrainian participants of these programs also participated in our first part of this our forum. As far as I know, there is no one from Ukraine who participated in a program. Last year, I was happy to be mentor of Youth Ambassador program, and I know what is the huge opportunity for youth to participate in such programs. That is why we would be happy to share all your information, and please let us know when you will receive, when you begin to receive applications, and share for all our participants. Unfortunately, just now you have only 12 participants, but there are nearly 100 registered participants of this IGF UA. Unfortunately, just now they are in shelters. But we share all your information, and we will do our best to ensure Ukrainian participation in your programs. Thank you.
Thank you. And we really need more young people to join these programs, and also more experienced people. You can also apply for the mid-career fellowship, for instance. So yeah, it will be, or a mentorship role, because as Oksana said, we have leaders that are already in our community taking the role of mentors. So we ask if they want to be mentors, and it's a volunteer thing. So thank you for volunteering. And it's a great experience, because you can also learn from these less experienced people, because they have maybe more knowledge on something that you don't, because sometimes it's not just experience, but the knowledge, and they were born with the internet in their hands already, on their phones, right? So it's kind of like, learnings and learnings. So thank you. And please, I shared the link in the chat with all the programs I'm presenting. This one is the training and e-learning. So it's really what we want is getting training accessible to everyone. So you can just go to our website, check on the online trainings that you can see there, and enroll to a moderated training. Or if you don't want to be enrolled because it's a month and you need to stay in that month, you have also self-paced trainings that you can just go and complete those trainings. And at the end is what we really want. We want you to get trained. We want you to get engaged with a community, and of course, take action. So when you complete a fellowship or a training, you will be empowered to take action, because if you don't do that, we cannot do it from the center, like, I don't know, whatever we are seated. We need people in the communities. We need people there to fix all the issues and face the problems that the internet has. So this is a list of trainings that we have, of course, all available in the website. You can check the link I shared. But at the top is, as you can see, are from technical to policy to advocacy to all these things that we cover. And as I said, we also have self-paced. The privacy one is recommend it to everyone because we are always here. You were talking about also the booming you were having and how to protect each other when we are living in the internet, because we are living here sometimes with the pandemic. We did that. So these are good ones for you, the digital footprints, how you can have less footprint, right? And you can avoid some things that are maybe not good for you. So go and complete them on your pace. No pressure nor deadlines, just complete them. And as I said before, those completing the programs or at least 3 trainings, they will join the alumni network. That is really an interactive network that we want for these people to connect, develop skills, collaborate, and lead the way. So we want them to be the leaders. So we have 3 main goals, that it's a quality connections, so networking and facilitating the connections, lifelong learning, but not just because we want you to learn, because we want you to develop your career. We want you to upskill and cross-skill, and you have to learn to get those skills. So it's really skills development. And then leadership. We want you to lead events, lead organizations, lead movement, lead. Because at the end, if you don't feel empowered enough, you won't dare to lead. And we need you in the community to be the leaders of the internet in general. So this is what we want. And as I said before, it's not just 1 year, it's every day of your lives, lifelong thing. Some activities that we are going to do around this alumni network. It's a global alumni event that will happen during the community week, Internet Society Community Week. I guess you know about it, but it's a week where we do a lot of events. Then we will have career opportunities. We want to have organizations invited, like our organization members, partners, and so to present opportunities, also sharing, posting if there is an opportunity in this country or in this place, so they can apply and they can kind of like build their careers, and of course, networking. And then there are other, of course, additional opportunities. For instance, attending our events, we will invite them to be part of our events, participate in global events in general, online or on-site, and then contribute to the projects and initiatives that the Internet Society has. All of this is going to be complemented with some mentorship, inspirational speakers. So we identify, for instance, the Intel Hall of Famers and Posel awardees that are these experts with a lot of years of experience that are just awarded and then there. So we want to include them in this alumni network as mentors. You, like leaders from different chapters, you will be mentors during the program. And of course, you can always keep as being a mentor. You can mentor your fellow Oksana for a long life if you want, but that will be during the program. But after the program, we keep that mentorship and we add more, like inspirational speaking and all those things. So I really think that is, I have high expectations about that one. So I hope the alumni network works, and your help, it's more than welcome. We really want to have this group of internet champions all around the world positively impacting the internet. I have to go. I have another presentation where I'm also speaking, so I need to go. I'm gonna put the email. It's the email I received, but also my team. So if I'm out of office for whatever reason, you will get a response anyway from my team. It's fellowships@ISOC, and I will put it there. Yep. You can send an email if you have questions or if you want to know more about the programs, or just chat with me. I'm happy to chat with you if you want. Again, thank you for inviting me. I'm sorry I cannot stay longer. It would be great to have maybe a conversation, but Oksana, if you get questions or comments, please send me an email with those and I will respond to all of those.
Thank you very, very much. I just would like to show you this collections of articles. It is from third Youth IGF UA, and it was financially supported by Internet Society Foundation. And there is also materials.
Oh, nice.
Yes, with all your programs from 2020. Unfortunately, last year we could not publish this book, but this year we will publish collections of presentations for 2 years ago. So thank you very, very much once again.
Great project, thank you. Share, please, with everyone, and you can also share with the alumni group. I can invite you to talk to them and just be involved, right? And we can maybe do great things with all your ideas and your support. Thank you very much for the great job. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much, and you are welcome for many other our discussions. I hope for more active participation and for more peaceful situation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Oksana. Thank you all for inviting me and listening to my presentation. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, bye-bye. Шановні учасники, я дуже вдячна усім, хто долучився до сьогоднішнього заходу. На жаль, він пройшов зовсім не так, як ми сподівалися, навіть за таких умов. Я абсолютно впевнена, що наступного року ми зустрінемося всі особисто, що ми з'їмо наш традиційний торт, що ми отримуємо усі паперові сертифікати про учасників і паперові копії збірок ваших презентацій і статей. Будь ласка, залишайтесь в першу чергу, залишайтесь в безпеці, залишайтесь живими, здоровими і на зв'язку. Дуже всім дякую. Все. Будемо вважати вже цей форум закритим. Дякую.